tanks. He is the hero. Nievny. Oh dear. Showing the back to Envision. Oh no, he received a shot. Now he's a one shot. Oh dear. Oh dear. Nievny. Can he survive? It's the $1 million question now. Can he survive? He race. Oh my god. Oh no, he fell off, sir! He fell off, no! Oh no!
Good evening everyone, we are back with the Blitz Premier Cup Group Stage Day 3. And tonight I'll be following VE1L vs DIN0S, followed by SNTY vs AQVA. So the group stage format is as follows. There are 10 teams in the group stage, played in a single round robin series, and all the games will be in the best of 7 series. The matches will start at 8 and 9 in the Central European summertime, respectively, and tomorrow it's going to be run in a flexible schedule, so do take note of that. And the top 4 will advance to the final stage, upper bracket, first round directly. They also have 2 lives left. Below that, 5th to the 8th place will head into a last chance stage where they will play out in the Swiss format, and the top 2 will go to the lower bracket first round where they only have 1 life in the final stage. 9th to the 10th place on the leaderboard will be eliminated. Tonight, they will start off with Raid vs Reckon, VE1L vs DIN0S, PPS vs HSOP, AQVA vs APA, and SNTY. Well, I mean, let's just announce the people who are streaming. Airy is on AQVA vs APA, then DIN0S vs Raid. Eminet's on BPS vs HSOP, then APA vs VE1L. Fujit is on Raid vs Reckon, then CARNA vs VPS, with Rolling Swarm starting off with SNTY vs CARNA, then HSOP vs Reckon. And I will be on VE1L vs DIN0S, then SNTY vs AQVA. The results for the games on Friday: Raid 4-3 against BPS, AQVA 4-0 against VE1L, SNTY 3-4 against Reckon, CARNA 1-4 against DIN0S, and APA 4-3 against HSOP. And at 9, we also have VE1L losing to Raid 0-4, Reckon losing to BPS 1-4, DIN0S and HSOP both lost 0-4 to AQVA and SNTY respectively, and finally APA losing to CARNA 1-4. This is the table so far. We have Raid, SNTY, CARNA, and DIN0S tied with 3 points. BPS, AQVA, and APA tied with 2 points. VE1L with 1 point, and HSOP and Reckon with 0 points. Do note that Reckon earlier today got punished for feeding ineligible players, which also means that they will receive 1 point of deduction and also 4 wins of deduction as well. Let's look at the lineup for both VE1L and DIN0S. Elysium's captain of the team, and here are the members. And with DIN0S, Max Verstappen's captain of the team alongside Vandosaur. And here are the members of DIN0S. VE1L, however, it's an interesting team. It's not the same team as in winter season. In fact, it's very different. They haven't been up there yet, but tonight could mark a turnaround for them. And DIN0S is a clan they should beat, because I don't know. Maybe I'm saying rubbish, but DIN0S is also a very strong team. So far, they're in the top 4. I don't think a lot of people are seeing this coming, but they have a really strong team with players from Turks and Seoul as well. And SNTY, this lineup, and also Aqua, we'll announce that later, but Aqua with Unifish Josh and also Fbin Josh, alongside with Whoopsie, under the name of RT User. And I mean, if you know the reference, then you know it's R-rated, so let's not go into that, but here we go. Lounge. Heading into a lounge. This is the waiting room for me. And because tonight is the Central European summertime, this beginning of the daylight saving time, so it's still pretty light in my area, but the sun is setting. I'm not sure, probably spring season. Myself might become, you know, dark because the light is coming from behind me. So if you see my Asia streams, then you know my face can become very dark. I can't refix that unless I buy a new set of lights. That could help, but or I lower the curtains, but I don't have the license, so I don't have the right to install lights elsewhere. So this we have to make use of what we have. So apart from that, room should be up. Room should be up. And let me get the password of that. Noise. None of them have shown up yet, but it's VE1L versus DIN0S. VE1L on the left side, DIN0S on the right side, which is blue team as well. VE1L on the red team it is. And the maps will be Port Bay, Dynasty's Pearl, Desert Sands, and finally Hellas. Interesting, I would say. Dynasty's Pearl is a very heavy map, but Port Bay can be a mixture of heavy or mediums, depending on where you go. Because A, B, although it's a bit open but very flat, so that would mean heavy tanks could work really well. But if you're talking about the seaside, which is quite undulated and rugged terrain as well, I would say, medium tanks and high-down tanks would work better. So, in a sense, Port Bay is kind of a neutral map in terms of whether it's heavy-oriented or medium-oriented. But that said, it's definitely a medium-oriented map, considering the rugged terrain in the desert area, and not a lot of people use the city side. One main reason is that it's very hard to retain the cap lead, and also defending in the city is always the toughest thing to do on this map. You don't want to put yourself in a job that would be very hard for you, especially when you don't have a cap lead in the city side. That can become increasingly difficult to rotate, because once you do that, you're going to get spotted when you pass through the rails, and that's a very open area, could be subject to a lot of crossfire. But Hellas will be the tiebreaker map. It's a map that is not well liked by the tournament community, esports community. I mean, it's somewhat of an open map, but A and B are very close to one another, so. Look, so there is some action going on near there, but you do not want to put yourself in a very single tight bunch near A and B. You do want to spread out a little bit close to your spawn so that you still have some map control. And otherwise, it's very easy for the enemies to kind of wrap around your forces and pincer you hard. And that's what happened to GB multiple times, and you don't want that to happen, obviously. Right. Oh. But I have some problem over here. Apparently one of the room isn't created yet. That's not good. Well, that doesn't look. Oh, that doesn't look good at all. Seems that there's some issues in the room. That's good. That's a problem here. Got a problem. We are trying to resolve this issue, but got a missing person for the room. That is not good. Let's go back and look at the lineup with double 50Bs, double a crown Avow's T22, double T 125, triple TVP, quadruple. Right, and just let's head up high to the back of the map. We have DIN0S going to the seaside with VE1L going mostly to A and B. Just going to check with my iPad. It seems VE1L is going to get A very quickly, with C is going to be followed very soon after by DIN0S. And here we go. There is some kind of fail boost going on for VE1L. Elysium is not able to be boosted by Eagle Chi here. DIN0S are already there to stop that boost from happening by Max. Probably a little bit careless there, but with Max now dropping the reactive armor and tracked. Ooh. Great Naker also getting shot at. So the hit points are still with VE1L by around 2k, but they're losing some more hit points, but trading means that they will still retain the lead. And Elysium finally got boosted up to the spot he wants to, and might get some really good shots here. As a Kramwagen, it's a good hold down tank. And we see Max now getting shot at more and more, but Elysium also getting shot. Hello, Muffin. Well, I'm trying to see if anyone. Oof. If Elysium now getting shot by quite a little bit. Heavylob and the great VE1L are actually rotating to see, and they're trying to go for Heavylob. Heavylob is in loads of trouble here potentially, and here we go. Heavylob is trying to get out of the situation, but VE1L is still with a substantial hit point pool lead, and Heavylob still in a very awkward position, and he is now one shot, and one more shell from VE1L will kill him off. But look at Lauro getting hit by a lot of tanks, with DD killing off Heavylob. DIN0S, I don't know, both teams are really close in this one, but I think it will go down to the focus fire with Max dropping the reactive armor, and he is getting shot at once again. And Lauro is getting the focus from Vanosaur. The hit points are still with VE1L, but the lead is not as substantial as before with Shapey now dead. Eagle Chi kills off Max Verstappen. And DIN0S, they have 5 tanks with Criminal now dead. It's 4 vs 4 with Mark Ghosty. Now a one-shot Eon kills Ghosty off, and he will be the next focus. He's on a drum reload, and the hit points are still with VE1L and DD. Still very healthy in the T22, and this would mean that VE1L would get the first game, and DD is looking to put another shell into Flytix. Vanosaur was killed by, kills off Eon with Flytix not long for this world, and he is really not long for this world. Flytix now dead. The 2 last TVPs left standing. DPM will be low, and they do not have caps as well. And we also have C now getting captured by VE1L. And we have Pluggy and also Vanosaur looking to shut down Eagle Chi perhaps, but I think DD is going to be there to stop the TVPs from doing anything significant. Oh, Vanosaur just dodged DD, but the slope is not in his favor. Oh, it's getting double tapped here, but Vanosaur, oh, they killed off Eagle Chi here. So, oh, DD unable to kill Vanosaur. But with Vanosaur now dead, VE1L is going to win by caps in the first game. Very good start from VE1L, and DIN0S is simply unable to unable to bridge the hit point pool deficit they have at the start. I think they have more than around 2k hit point deficit, and that means and DIN0S 3 tanks doing more than 2k, VE1L 5 tanks doing more than 2k, and let me see. And let's see if we have no. Right. Just going to be unready. See who is online as well. Hello Vengeance. Okay, I'll just be waiting and good. Right, so both teams are going for C. Just going to, you know, going to get someone in as well. Okay, so got some action happening or going on with DIN0S. Just going to be very aggressive now. I'm not sure if it's going to work with like all of the VE1L's team now in this area. So would that push be a good idea though? I just have to update the scoreline as well. It's 1-0 for VE1L so far. But DIN0S just very spread out. Very I don't know, not well consolidated with pencil case. Very healthy kills of Elysium, but they have Criminal and also Pluggy Voogie very low, and Heavy Lump also quite low. And Flytex trying to shield Heavy Lump, but to little success. Lowry is now a one-shot, but he's killed by pencil case. Hit points are still with VE1L, but I think the focus fire is questionable at times with DD. That was a terrible miss there. Flytix is shielding Heaven pretty well. It's actually VE1L not getting the advantage where they are supposed to be. And this, both of the T1, the Great Naked and Eon bounced onto Pencil Case. They really need to not bounce those crucial shells. Great Naked killing of Pencil Case, that would do the job obviously. But Shapey is also really killed by Mark Ghosty. The tanks are still in favor of DIN0S, but Eon has a lot of hit points, and so does Eagle Chihi. Eagle Chihi's at the corner. I'm not sure if he's able to do something about that. But Mark Ghosty, Heaven Lob is the target for Eon. Good idea there from Eon. It's let's head down to Eon. It's going to be really important, killing on Flytix as well. And surely I do not see DIN0S making a comeback here with Eagle Chihi now dead. Mark Ghosty got killed by Eon with a HE shell. And Pluggy Vuggy is the last man, pretty much the last man standing. Potentially Eon is looking to kill him off. I think he killed 4 tanks at the very end. I think the man of the match definitely will go to Eon. That was a very good job from VE1L so far, leading 2-0. And that is the turnaround we are talking about. And so far, 5 tanks doing more than 2k, VE1L, 4 tanks doing more than 2k. And here we are. So what's going on with I think that's good. Now the room is created, so that's pretty good, brilliant. And oh, he should be streaming. Right, I've got so many things happening behind the scenes, obviously. It's not good. Right, so getting very distracted for now. Oh god. Oh. Oh, Jesus me. What is going on? Sorry. For the inaction, apparently quite a lot of things are happening behind the scenes. I am very distracted at the moment. But VE1L is now going for A, and DIN0S are going for C. But this time it will be VE1L getting the cap lead on A instead. With C, good shot from Elysium onto Magosi, but once again, DIN0S are going a very aggressive push. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but this time it's not as well connected as in Port Bay this time for VE1L. They need to make a response right now, but we are seeing with Elysium now isolated by DIN0S, but they still do not have the hit point pooling yet. With Venusaur actually first tank down, it seems there's a focus on that tank. I'm not sure if it's an Aberrack, but it seems a big focus on Venusaur. But the Great Naked is going to be the next tank down for DIN0S here, and DIN0S will have a tank advantage, tank of advantage with VE1L. Double Mouses are just able to rotate. The hit points are still with VE1L, with Heavenlump also now dead. Very quickly it has turned into VE1L with the lead in the tanks. And DD. And it's going to be 3 vs 3. This area Cribbler is going to be next tank down, which will make it to 3 vs 3 very soon. Oh my god. Oof. Right, with now DIN0S, 2 tanks alive, VE1L, 3 tanks still. DD is going to be the next tank in line to be killed by DIN0S. And it is going to be the case with 2 mouse left standing, but 2 mouse versus 1 mouse, it's very obvious which one is going to win. DIN0S, good shot onto Eon. I think the focus now on Eon, but real Uzi Drop's going to kill off Flight Takes, leaving 1 mouse versus 2 mouse. Don't think DIN0S is able to do a comeback right here. I think they will be regretting about some of their shots. Their shot effectiveness. VE1L made a good response to that. Although at one point it looks like their forces are isolated and disconnected, but they are able to regroup very quickly. But Ploogie Voogie is the last man standing hollow stage for BR, and he's going to go down very quickly. And bounce with real Lucy drop. It's Ploogie Voogie with the last it's the last man standing. One shot left. Neon kills off Ploogie Voogie, and it's dead. And it's a match point to VE1L right now. I'm sorry, I'm very distracted. Seems Raid versus Recum. Have they started a match yet? Apparently not. Okay. and potentially the last match if DIN0S still haven't picked up their form, their really good form in the first 4 games, and they are now losing to VE1L 3-0 at the moment as we speak. And this could become a very important win for VE1L. And DIN0S, they do not want to lose this one. They are still in the top 4, but they really want to capitalize on their current position. And we're back with Dynasty's Pearl, VE1L versus DIN0S. It is. Here we are. Let's head up high to the back of the map. DIN0S, blue team north spawn, VE1L red team south spawn. They're going mostly to A. It is and with a lot of heavy tanks, it is with the double bounces. Stops changing the the consumables, please. But the HE shells are into pencil case, but not a lot. It's just tiny wee bit. DIN0S once again going for an Iron Fist. The Great Naked is in loads and loads of trouble, but I think at this point, they'll just know that DIN0S just going to do Iron Fisting without any without any suspicion at all. With 3 tanks, the double WZ-113s are in loads of trouble. With double mounts are getting some issues with mobility. I'm not sure if DD is going to survive for long enough. But VE1L, they still have the hit points though, but I'm not sure if they have the DPM. The good shell from Elysium. Great Naked is also dead. It's 5 tanks against 7. DIN0S is going to get a hit point pool lead at the very first time tonight. And with Ghosty now dead, Eagle Chihi now also dead. Eon's trying to ram into Flytek, 67 damage it is. But Elysium is now really low. And the DIN0S this time, their Iron Fisting did work. Did really work. And with Elysium now dead, Vandalsaur's also now dead. Elysium is a one-shot, and here we go. It's 3 versus 5 at the moment. Elysium now also dead. The guns are in favor of DIN0S, but VE1L, the bouncers are still alive. The double bouncers are still alive. Shaky is still really healthy, and it's over for VE1L. That is what happens in Dynasty's Pearl. The closeness, the concealment of Dynasty's Pearl can make it hard to work with your crossfire. And once again, double mouses were made to rotate for a really long distance, and they're very slow indeed. And DIN0S capitalize on that, and they make sure they have their shot effectiveness working this time. And real Lucy drop. Oh, it's a bounce onto Criminal probably, and that was a kill onto Real Lucy drop, meaning DIN0S will get the 4th game, making it to a 4. And there we go. DIN0S 6 tanks doing more than 2k, VE1L 4 tanks doing more than 2k, and this, it's certainly a good match from DIN0S, unable to cope with the rhythm it is, and it will be still a match win for VE1L, but DIN0S maybe looking for a comeback, winning 4 games in a row. And we're now on Desert Sands, which can be a very open map. Could be really good for dinos though. I don't know. We will never know. VE1L is already ready up with these tanks and dinos. These tanks as well. So hopefully everything is ready up by now. And it's Desert Sands with VE1L going with triple ice swords, double Kronberg, and double T110E5. Dinos with double T215B, double T22, double E5, and a Vickers Light. We're seeing now dinos with 3 mediums of lights, meaning they have a very big hit point pool disadvantage. They have to make sure they are going to chip away the hit points of VE1L. They have to trade a lot better than VE1L. With Plugi Vugi already going very aggressive in the sporting, sported up 3 tanks near the spawn, but no shops have been made. Plugi Vugi is just going straight into Eagle Chi here, but he is not well supported by his teammates though. He needs to wait a little bit though. DIN0S is getting shot at, and Eagle Chi is in loads of trouble. He's very isolated, and he will be the first tank down. Flytech is going to be focused for VE1L, but look at 3 vs 1. How can you deal with that? I don't know how you could deal with that, to be honest with you. Flytech is looking for another good shell into Eagle Chi. Is trying to wiggle his tank so that Eagle Chi will bounce Flytech, but that's not the case. Flytech is actually a focus for VE1L here, and VE1L, they have lost quite a lot of hit points already with Eagle Chi now very, very low. Elysium is also very low, so there is another push coming on in the middle spot with Eagle Chi now dead, Elysium also dead. It's 5 vs 7 right now. Flytech is now really, really low. And VE1L, it's like there is a lack of reaction right there with Shapey, also the next focus for dinos, and Eon is looking to tee up with the tee up with Shapey on Plugi Vugi, but Shapey is now dead. It's now 4 vs 6. Ghostin also dead. The hit points are in favor of dinos, and they have very very healthy heavy tanks. And you don't know what's going to happen with real Lucy drop. Now only down to 935 hit points on an Emerald rack as well. Max Verstappen is now dropping the reactive armor and also the speed boost, looking for real Lucy drop. And real Lucy drop is now a 2-shot. What's that shot from Pencil Case here? But hit points are still very close indeed. But dinos have 2 tanks alive, and that could be the difference right here. Dinos, they are focusing Lauro, and Lauro is tracked, however, is now out in the open, on fire, can't repair his tracks. Very sadly, Blugi, his shot notched, got notched by DD with the track shot there. And with Pencil Case almost ramming into DDS. Incriminal getting tracked. DDS now dead, meaning dinos bring it to 2-3. That could mark the comeback. No, it really didn't help. Oof. But there we go. Dinos with 5 tanks doing more than 2k. VE1L only a tank doing more than 3k. Oh, that's a really good game by Dinos this time. I think VE1L, it's actually VE1L that it's under question here. I think there is a lack of reaction when dinos are making a move onto Eagle Chi. They are really hesitating whether to help support Eagle Chi or rush down the middle. And in fact, their hesitation has cost them the game when they have around 2k hit point advantage, and that is something that they do not want to have. In the next one, Dinos winning 2 games on a run, which means they have a really good advantage right now. And there we go. The other game on Desert Sands. And we switch the overlay once again. DIN0S blue team north side, VE1L red team south side. VE1L this time going all the way into the city. They're not playing a city strat this time. With DIN0S doing the other thing, they're rushing the city potentially. T125 might be in loads of trouble. I'm not sure. DIN0S, they might be able to isolate these double T125. Real Lucy drop the reactive armor with the speed boost as well, and it's all on VE1L to make a rotation immediately. And VE1L already make a response, and Max Verstappen is actually the focus for VE1L. He's isolated, but they are ignoring Max Verstappen at the moment. They want to rescue Real Lucy drop, and I think the focus fire here can be a little bit questionable. Elysium is the next focus for DIN0S. Focus fire from DIN0S so far is better than VE1L, and with Max Verstappen also dead, Elysium still a one shot and could land that shell into Pencil Case. And Pencil Case took a lot of hit there, and he's dead as well. And it's actually VE1L in the end got the better of the focus fire, and DIN0S unable to make use of the time they have to kill off isolated T125. So this is something similar as we saw with HSOP against AQVA, and HSOP is the one that is getting rushed, and AQVA is the one that's rushing, and AQVA lost that game in the end. Could we see the same for VE1L? Possible, but they do not have the hit point pool lead now. Down by more than 2k. They're still looking for the focus, but still, I think the focus have kind of died away, and Plugi Vugi is now a one-shot, but he is going to kill off Eon with Laro the last man standing. This has brought back to a tiebreaker, and Laro is now dead. And here we go. DIN0S 4 tanks doing more than 2k. VE1L 2 tanks doing more than 2k. And we are now on a tiebreaker. Hellas. It is 3-3. DIN0S winning 3 on the run, and VE1L might be denied of their second victory so far in the Blitz Premier Cup. This can be very important for DIN0S as well. They want to win against VE1L to bring them closer to an automatic qualification to the final stage. And here we are with Hellas. We're going to see what's going on with Red Cup later on. Seems that there is something not right happening tonight so far. But VE1L with Eon in FE215B, double IS4, double Crown, double T125, DIN0S quadruple T125, double Crown, and IS4, no mediums or lights. We'll see more and more of that on Hellas, which is quite surprising for me, considering this map is quite open and it's not concealed at all, apart from this area. But then you don't have any buildings. I mean, there's rarely a single building on this map, and no mediums or lights could also be the fact that this map does not have any mediums or lights. But DIN0S, are they just going for an iron fisting once again? That would not work. VE1L 7 tanks on B. DIN0S would not be able to push like that. And look at them, they're now out of position. Look at Plugi and Criminal now getting the shots from VE1L. VE1L, I think they are in better positions. They just need to chip away the hit points. Plugi Vugi going into a position that is even more exposed. The DIN0S are just going straight in. With Eagle Chi here, the big focus from DIN0S. They could have punched a hole here. And in the end, VE1L might be in trouble. However, that is not something I expect from DIN0S. They did not hesitate. This is what I like about DIN0S in this game. But it will help because VE1L still has more than 1k to hit point advantage, and that could be really difficult for VE1L to for DIN0S to bring it back. And with Max Verstappen also dead, it's 5 versus 5. Eon, the next focus for DIN0S. He's dead finally, meaning DIN0S still have 1 tank of advantage. Elysium's the next focus, and VE1L cannot afford to miss a single shell. DDS is looking for Criminal, and Elysium is on the drum reload, and the Kramwagens, the drum reload could mean a lot. With Criminal now dead, Elysium is struggling to survive. He's now 1 shot. Flytek's on the fire, and this can be a very important fight of tonight, and means Flytek has lost more than 1,300 damage. Elysium's also dead. 3 versus 2. It's his right now. 3 very healthy tanks from VE1L side, and with only DIN0S double Kramwagens, the DPM is surely not in their favor here. Shapey is looking to get a shot into Venusaur, so there's Lauro and DDS, and that's a really good shot there, and Lauro is now 1 shot. With Shapey now looking for another shot there. It is the case. Lauro will try to put a shell into Venusaur, but Ghosty is the one blocking, and you can see Shapey's shell. No, it's DD's shell not connecting into that Kramwagen here. I think it's a Plugi. No, it's not. It's Venusaur. It is. And Ghosty is the last man standing, and VE1L will be getting the second win for so far this this Blitz Premier Cup. And Ghosty now now the last man standing. And here we go, DDS looking for a shot into Mark Ghosty, and Shapey looking to put a good shell into Ghosty, and here we are. 2 versus 1 it is. GG's from VE1L, and here we go. DIN0S 2 tanks to more than 4k, and VE1L 5 tanks to more than 2k. Obviously, with that stats, VE1L did a better job. And I think DIN0S can't do the same thing all the time. And now, I mean, VE1L, that was just a complete counter strategy to a rush strategy. As always, rush strategy is the first thing. That you do not want to keep on doing. It's the easiest to work a counter against, because you usually rush one single side, and it's predictable which side you might be rushing on, and you just have to work the crossfire, and it's like that. Contrasting to, you know, other stuff like other strategies like cap strategies, where you can try and reset the caps, but then you just need to. But we don't really know whether they will have a different idea, or maybe they have that strategy well thought out on what to do in certain situations, and also they have, I mean, they have a contingency plan when something's not right happening. So here we go, DIN0S, very spirited performance so far tonight. 3 wins all around. And it's really sad to see that they are losing the final one. But I would say, like the last game, if they have not gone too aggressive at the start, that could have been a totally different story. But I must commend them for making a very decisive move to punch a hole. I think it was Ego Chihi that got poorly focused. And at that point, it was close. It was really, really close. And VE1L was a little bit surprised by that. And it's like it didn't follow up. They couldn't follow up because they already lost more than 1k at the start. And VE1L just simply was quite comfortable in this match. And congratulations to VE1L. Commiserations to DIN0S. And here we are. So I mean, now we are on the lounge. I can solve stuff behind the scenes. Noise. So it's going to be 4-2 for AQVA against APA. 4-3 for VE1L, and this is a very important win for VE1L, I must say. Raid is handed a technical victory for in this match. It is really a GG there. 4-2 for BPS against HSOP. They're still looking for their first win, obviously, and it's going to be Serenity 4-2 against CARNA, and AQVA 4-2 against APA. Yep. DIN0S made it hard for VE1L this one, but they have to change. They have to kind of, you know, freshen up with their ideas. And it's going to be now Raid 4 points ahead. Serenity, according to the tiebreaker winning, Serenity will be ahead of Raid, and they will be in the first place with BPS with 3 points. AQVA, CARNA, DIN0S also with 3 points. AP and VE1L with 2 points so far. Recum 0 points without a win, and HSOP with 0 points as well. The chances are getting slimmer by the day, and this is not really good for them. GG's from Yori 12. So I have to fix something behind the scenes right now. There are a lot of people joining in this on the server. So I'm going to, you know, grant rows and so on. And JP. And meanwhile, I'm sorry if there. I mean, I'm sorry for the kind of, you know, disruption early on. But I suppose everything is solved for now. Well, let's hope that Rackham is going to play in the next one. I think I can now post the live results. Good. So the next games will be it will be in around 30 minutes. We start off. We have Airy on DIN0S versus Raid. Eminet rolling will be on HSOP versus Rackham. Eminet will be on AP versus VE1L. Fujit's on CARNA versus VPS, and Similarity against AQVA will be streamed by me. Okay, so I'm going to join that room very soon. So this is the password. Good. Now I'm going to just wait. Just going to see what's going on. Oh.
Change the future, you know. That's what you remind me. I'm here where endless meets the end. Do you see me?
All right.
I'm hidden here again. Your whispers found its way, calling me to stay. I'm standing at the edge, but something always brings me back. All the voices in my head reminding me of what I have. If I fall tonight, you can bring me back to life. If I fall tonight, you can be my saving light. You can be my saving You can be my saving light. You can be my saving light.
Okay. Sorry for the wait. Oof.
Like lightning in my veins. Now they see me, and they'll never be the same. Your whispers found its way, calling
Alright. So switches. Oh, also before I forget, we'll switch stuff, which is me. Oh, wait. Oof. Right, here we go. Okay, so 5 more minutes on the clock. Okay, so here is the lineup for both teams: Serenity, Triple Crown Vagans, People Dog, double IS4 alongside Winch. Double T125 by People Joe and Platinum Aqua going with double IS4 by No Pirate Follow Me and Sir Days. Triple Crab Island by Playmaker F-Bin Josh and Unifbin Josh. Double T125 by Edgar and also a tube user. I call him Bluetooth user. That would be better. I'm not sure if there is a website that's called Bluetooth and doing the same stuff as the R-tube, but we never know. Serenity on the north side going mostly to A and B. So does but not really Aqua. Aqua's going mostly to C. Instead, with B now getting captured by Serenity. But let's just head down to Platinum and also People Devil's perspective. People Devil is also known as, but it's also Rashford 10 or Bobino, something like that. We're currently on fixture 6, so there are 3 more fixtures to go, and that will all happen tomorrow. B is going to be captured by People Jail, with Edgar GQ now getting shot at. C is now getting captured, and here we go. Serenity so far has the cap lead, but not Aqua. Aqua has hit point pool lead, but not the caps, and that could be important for Aqua for later on if they want to rotate. You surely want to have some hit point advantage, but Serenity needs to make sure they don't lose hit points, and this is how you defend both A and B. You have some tanks like Winchellate near the spawn to kind of get some map control, but Platinum, what the heck has happened to him? Getting shots that he shouldn't be getting, but then you can also give credits to both Sir Days and also Unif with Josh for sporting Platinum. Probably he is held down in this position, but he's showing the backside instead. And with Aqua with more than 1k hit points of advantage, that would mean Serenity needs to do much better in trading. They need to get at least 3 shots in order to tie it back, and Serenity just need to defend. But Aqua, all they need to do is kill 1 tank. People Devil might be the weakness of this here. Look at Unifbit Josh and F-Bin Josh. A triple crab Vargas going for People Devil. But Platinum's also now very, very low. F-Bin Josh and Unifbit Josh, not being Ufbit Josh. Bouncing onto People Devil, but not now. Platinum is now going to be dead under the hands of Unifbit Josh. Or are they going for People Devil? They're going for People Devil instead. Serenity, on the other hand, are making a push onto No Party Without Me and also Zerdays, with Platinum now dead. 5 tanks against 7. The tanks are in favor of Aqua. And Serenity, they desperately need a tank out, and they still aren't able to kill 1 tank. The hit points are still neck and neck. But Aqua, with much better effective DPM, that would mean Serenity would be losing this one. And People Dog, so far the back, pretty much out of the game with Spitfires on the ammo rack. Instead as well, this is surely going for Aqua. Despite Serenity getting 3 caps, but I mean 236, how can you deal with that? It will be hard, and they are going to get a B as well. So the caps won't be a problem for them. They still have to hit a cap lead as well. And when you get rushed in this situation, don't try to go for caps. Get kills first. And, unless you're very sure about your hit points and your number of tanks, then you should go for caps. But at that very moment, you do really want to support your team. And this is really good stuff from Aqua as well. Applied a lot of pressure to Serenity, and Serenity just wasn't able to make the best reaction from Aqua's aggression. Aqua with 2 caps as well, even if they couldn't kill off the double IS4, they still can win by caps. And F-Bin Josh is going to be killed by People Dog, and Winchell is killed by Bluetooth user, and People Dog looking for Bluetooth user, or whoopsie, and People Dog is now getting killed by Edgar. I think RedTube is like, oops, it's like, oh my goodness me. Don't demonetize my channel, please. Not this video. That was not supposed to go, not supposed to be said. Like I know I would fall victim for that. Damn you. Can we have really music very quickly? But look at this: 6 tanks to more than 2k. Really good statistics from Aqua. Serenity 4 tanks only doing more than 2k, doing 5,000 damage less. Hello, Biscuit, and this is a very good game from Aqua. Obviously, the triple crab bargains are working in their favor. And it's going to be 1-0 for Aqua so far. We're back. Right, second battle. Triple Crab Varga, double T with T5, nice one at T22 from Serenity side, with Aqua going with an Octopus by Bluetooth user, also known as the FP215B, Triple Crab Varga, double T with T5, and that's been Josh in TVP. That is really good indeed, and let's focus on this match, shall we? An Aqua Blue team looking for cap on B, but Platinum is there to do the resets. No party thought me just going straight into B, taking a hit on the crossing, but that would not be too much of a big deal. They still have quite a lot of the damage, although they are down by almost 1k, but that's just because they are inherently lower in terms of damage, in terms of hit points, due to them taking relatively lower hit point, lower health tanks. Crab Vargan has a lot of hit points actually. I think they have 2,800 hit points when you use that consumable to boost your HP, and that could be very important for Serenity. But I mean, so does Aqua as well. 215B is actually a heavy tank that doesn't get a lot of hit point pool buff, and that could be the reason why Aqua does not have the hit point pool lead at the start. With C, not sure if if Serenity is going for that. They have guns on C though. F with Josh, no, Unit with Josh taking some hits there, and Aqua are still looking to trade better than Serenity. Serenity is looking for A, no one's there to reset A, and that could be a big problem here. C can be obtained by Serenity. If we head into People Devil here, he can try his luck on C, and he's using the obstacle in front of him like that to get C, and that would mean Aqua would need to make a move. But People Devil, is he able to pull back? This is a question here. Serenity are now pushing the lineup, maybe ready to support People Devil when he pulls back, but ready. Aqua with third A is getting very aggressive on A. He's looking to capture A, but he's not doing so. Serenity is there. They have responded immediately to third A's attempt to capture A. And Serenity with 2 caps, this is surely piling pressure onto Aqua. They also have a hit point pool lead. This is going to be hard for Aqua to make a response here with her Kimmich also now getting spotted, and also the target that Aqua wants to go for. Third A is temporarily going into A, but Aqua are crowding their forces onto A. They're trying to force a capture on A. Meanwhile, People Jail and also People Dog are getting shut down. But already, Serenity has made a move on the other side. General now going to be the focus for the Serenity's team. And can General be killed off quickly enough? The A is also getting captured. Actions happening on the other side. And I hope I can show them all. But let's see. General is going to be taken down by People Devil and Kimmich. And People Devil is going to go down really, really quickly. And that's the case. And if we go into People... Going to People Dog's perspective, with People Gel now dead, Serenity are falling apart near the spawn. The wind chill is going to be really low indeed. He kills off no party fault me, very important kill there, but Aqua only has 3 tanks alive. That could be very bad news for Aqua. They don't have the hit point cap point advantage. They're down by more than 3k. Are they able to make a comeback? I don't think so. B is also left out in the open, and Aqua, all they need to do, just try and shut down tanks as much as they could. But realistically, it's pretty much over with Platinum getting killed by Zerdace. Unless we are seeing a big ammo rack, I don't know if Aqua can pull it back. F with Josh trying his best to kill off here Kimmich, and AQVA is dead. Zerdace is now dead. F with Josh is going to be the last man standing, and Serenity is going to win by caps. That was a very good response by Serenity. You might think that Aqua is the initiative for this match, but Serenity just made a better response than Aqua. They're just more decisive, and they just respond better with that kind of rotation. Immediately they went for those isolated Kramwagens sitting near the spawn, and Aqua was unable to shut down the tanks the tanks of Serenity defending the spawn, and that was some really good number play from Serenity. And we are seeing it 1-1 for both teams so far on Hellas. Very interesting games indeed. We're now on Middelburg. It's a pretty small map, but it is packed with lots of excitement when it comes to rotations. Loads of action will be going on near the C spot, near the C cap. But you will also see A and B side, the city side, being played by medium tanks as well to play with cap pressure. But you seldom see tanks going mostly to A and B unless you want to do a very specific strategy to shut down isolated tanks of the enemies there. But that is very specific. If enemies are not positioning some tanks near the city side and isolated, then you have a problem, because you have to defend on a lot of fronts. When it comes to city side, you have a lot of lanes to look after, and that can be a problem for the teams defending the city side, and you do not want to see that happening. You do not want to put yourself into a position like that. And B, cap obviously is very close to the hillside and is very concealed as well, so getting the cap reset is going to be very difficult. And we're going to see how both teams are going to play, but you will be expecting a lot of action happening around the hillside, and some play by the mediums. It's all down to the mediums near the city side, and we will see very soon with F with Josh in the Vickers Light potentially, and F with Josh, also known as you see those STB1, also known as the F, if you know. And also Serenity going for T22 by People Gel. I'm not sure about the use of STB1 here. Since the nerf of the field range, we are seeing less and less of STB1 in tournaments, and T22 is a common choice. It's really good when it comes to brawling situation, and it has really good DPM as well. Platinum AFK is finally alive. People Gel spotted, but I think that might have changed a little bit of the strategy now. Aqua is trying to rush B. They have 4 tanks doing that. Double Kramwagens there to defend, but Aqua is there with the double Kramwagens looking to shut down those Kramwagens by Serenity. Good shell into Zerdace. The Spitfires is receiving a shell from Zerdace as well. I think it really boils down to Serenity making a move right now. F with Josh. Oh, getting shot at. No, it's actually the People there with those double ice force getting shot at. Serenity is now under loads of trouble here. People Dog needs to stop rushing. He is low, and Winchell is looking for the backside of Unif with Josh, and he's now down to 1 shot. All the action is now happening around this side. Unif with Josh is first tank down. The next tank they want to go for is Zerdace. They will take out the commander here. But Aqua has made a move immediately and that could be really bad news for Serenity. They're still very close. The hit points are still really close, but you can see ZERT is now dead. But the tanks, look at Serenity, they are a lot more spread out than AQVA. AQVA, they're just focusing Spitfires at the moment, and Serenity are now down by more than 1 hit point disadvantage. And with Blue Tube now dropping the reactive armor, Herr Kimmich also dropping the reactive armor. Blue Tube definitely is buying a lot of time for AQVA. And AQVA is still leading by more than 1k. That can be really, really important. People Jail is now going to be killed very, very quickly here. Gusto into General. General needs to be killed. Herr Kimmich! It's a bounce onto General. That's not a bounce that Herr Kimmich wants to go for. It's 3 versus 3 with Herr Kimmich now down. It's 2 versus 3 right now. AQVA certainly caught Serenity off guard, and they are well prepared for Serenity's respawns to support those double crab bargains, and I think that is what won them the game. In the end, no part will be received the next share from Platinum, but would that be enough? No, it won't be. And after Josh looking for the backside of Platinum, all Platinum needs to do is to survive as long as he could, but I don't think Serenity is going to win by caps. It's only EU server, yes. Alpha Goat, isn't it? Adam. Platinum is now dead, meaning it's going to be 2-1 for AQVA. And Serenity, totally, I think it's just a good strategy from AQVA in the end. Very aggressive strategy, totally prepared for Serenity to make a response to those double crown bargains, and I think this is enough to win the game for AQVA. And obviously Blue Tube user dropping the reactive armor at the right time, allowing Serenity to have second thoughts about whether to focus the 2.5B or not. But alas, it's just a really good strategy from AQVA. I have to praise whoever is the one behind that strategy. I'm talking about you, whoopsie. So, good stuff overall. And we're now on to the next game, which is second game of Middleburg. So far, AQVA leading 2-1. Platinum is now offline for some reason. Good, everything is working fine behind the scenes. Fourth game, Middleburg, Serenity versus AQVA. AQVA going for double T22 and a Vickers light. Very, very light setup. But Serenity, triple mouse, polar opposites. You're seeing Serenity leading by more than 3k hit point advantage. And AQVA, they need to bring back the hit point deficit. They need to trade a lot better than Serenity. And it's possible. We saw that with VE1L against DIN0S. How they did it, they just found an isolated tanks, and it's really down to, you know, VE1L without good response to that. AQVA now positioning their tanks in the corner here. Bc's getting captured very quickly. I'm not sure if they're able to get B. They can try. But Crown Vargans, they are in position to reset that. They're going to do quite interesting stuff here. But I don't think Spitfire is able to get this cap. Probably AQVA is looking to get the cap reset. And look at Serenity bleeding while trying to get B. And you can give credits to those double Crown Vargans for doing that. They're still struggling to get B. But the hit points are still in favor of Serenity. Goose shell into ZERT ace. But would that be enough? No. Just only one shot there. And it's going to be cap lead for Serenity this time. But AQVA, you're seeing right here, Winchblade and Platinum under loads and loads of pressure. AQVA is just, you know, swarming into these two Kravagans, I wonder, they just need some help here. No, loads of help. And you're seeing right here, immediately Serenity out there, and Kravagans have moved back just in time. On the other hand, double Kravagans are in to be, once again, Aqua with a good strategy. I'm going to be a little bit surprised if Serenity will win. Well, I think they will win this though. Aqua's still unable to make use of the hit point, the strategy they are using, but they're bleeding way too much now. Serenity, good respawns there, but hit points are still in favor of Serenity, but not by a lot. But you're seeing the double T110E5s are now isolated, and this can be terrible news. Spitfire's now dead. Naka GQ is now killed by People Dog with no party without me. The last guy isolated, but a good kill onto Platinum. That is all they need. They need a kill. And that could mean People Devil needs to land a shell. Oh, but Bluetooth user bounced to People Devil, but he cannot put a shell in somewhere. I don't know. He might have done it, but now the hit points are in favor of Serenity. And it's still really close to call. Aqua with a cap lead. Serenity, they need to kill off General. People Dog is leading leading the charge, but do they have enough time? Good track. That's a good track shell right there. A's now going to be captured by Aqua. Oh dear, Serenity. Are they able to kill off a tank quick enough? General's now one shot. People Dog is going for a capture on C. But with VE1L dead, oh, Aqua winning it with that kill here. It's just very important kill right there. And Serenity, oh my goodness me, it's just a tactical masterpiece by Aqua this time round. 4 tanks no more than 2k. There was a scare right there when Serenity was able to respawn and isolate those T110E5s, but Aqua, what they have done really well after that is to get the caps, and this is the main difference right here. Serenity unable to kill off the tanks quickly enough, and some of the tanks like VE1L dying at that moment is not the moment that Serenity wants him to die as well, and they lost all the caps in the air. Now that gave Aqua a lot of commanding power in terms of the caps, and also the battle, and it's now 3-1 for Aqua. Now it's going to be a tiebreak. It's not going to be a match point for Aqua. We are now on New Bay. And Serenity is going to insist on triple bounce, and this can be a good idea for this map because New Bay is really heavy oriented, particularly those heavy tanks, the city side, narrow corridors, closed area, unfavorable for crossfire basically. So they're dropping the triple bounce in favor of double Kravagans, but they are going full heavy setup. Aqua doing double T22, seldom do I see more than 1 medium, let alone 2. Work for them. The main problem is the flat ground, and most of the action are around the city side. And city side is really flat indeed. I mean, yeah, you see some action over to A side, but not a lot of terrain, and the bridge is also very narrow. Could create a lot of trip pokes. Simply really not the best map for a lot of mediums. But you would never know, because I really like mediums, and you can really work wonders with the coordination between the double mediums they have. Really good DPM, particularly double T22. Well, it can't go wrong with that, right? And good armor, double T22. So basically, T22s are just like half heavy, to be honest with you. But it's also a full-fledged medium tank. It can work perfectly fine as a heavy as a medium tank. But Aqua, well, this is an interesting strategy from Aqua right here. They're trying to pincer the double Kravagans and People Dog. Serenity seems to be a little bit distracted by that. They have the Spitfires, and People Devil receives a big hit right there. And I'm not sure if it's going to work for Serenity. They're going to lose attack really quickly. People there was now dead. And Unit Josh is going to be the focus with you Spitfires coming down the bridge. The hit points are still with Serenity, and all they need is the focus fire. No point for me is now one shot killed by People Dog. And Herr Kimmich is looking for a shell into General. Good shell there. And General is now dead. Herr Kimmich also dead. With Mouse looking for Edgar GQ. Serenity has a substantial hit point pool lead with Edgar GQ now dead. Unit Josh is also somewhat low. People Dog is looking to do a good ram and a good shot into Unit Josh, and that ram proves to be important for Serenity. And Serenity is leading this one 5 tanks against 3, and that will bring it to 3-2 for Aqua. I would say well done to Serenity. I'm a bit scared at one moment where they seems to look a little bit confused when Aqua was making that strategy. I think it was a good strategy for Aqua nonetheless, but just Serenity was not panicking at that. Was not in the end panicking at the moment. Just they made a good move down in the middle, and Aqua simply unable to make use of the chaos they've created. And Aqua just wasn't able to kind of consolidate in the end, and that I think was the main problem in the end. Not because of a strategy, but because of the connection between their tanks, in my opinion. But that's third ace. It's regular. Platinum can be diving. Well, we can see him diving, missed, landing a little bit awkwardly, but he's down here. He's looking for third ace with Blue Tube user now dead. And Platinum kills of Zerdays, making it to 3-2 for Aqua. Very good job indeed. Winch is not happy about Roki. So we have Aqua 4 tanks 212k per Serenity 6 tanks 212k. Good damage spread. Every tank is important apart from People Devil, which I think he's leading, isn't it? He's calling, isn't it? So you might get a little bit distracted of what's going on, and can't blame him for that though. As a caller, you need to balance between your gameplay and also calling, and that can become a really difficult job. And this is why Zed and also Thomas are the best players objectively in the team. In terms of damage, I mean, in terms of the damage, but they are very instrumental in their contribution in calling and so on. So even though they might not perform the best in the battles in terms of damage, but their calling and their decision making can be very important for the team indeed. And the Serenity now putting it to 2-3. Is it going to be the starting point of Serenity making a comeback here? Aqua, they need to make sure they don't let their guard down. I think the double T22 medium strategy is good strategy in the end, but I think it just needs to tighten up a bit in terms of the lineup, so on. But Serenity gave a triple T125, double eyes for the Crown Wagon and spinning them out. So the Aqua going with a triple Crown Wagons, double T125 and double T202 in the end. Yuri12 is on the subs bench, and hopefully he's watching the stream, and we'll have some comments for me, hopefully. Do we have other results of all the teams right now? Don't think so. I'm not seeing any results of other teams right now. At least not from... Oh, we got some results. And here I announce results with Raid 4-0 against DIN0S. DIN0S seems to have gone off tonight. CARNA 4-0 against BPS, and VE1L 4-1 against APA. VE1L are back. Despite the first 2 days are like a bit questionable. VE1L two wins on the run. That is really crucial indeed. And Aqua going mostly to C, and Serenity still looking. this is interesting indeed. And Aqua just going very aggressive right now. They want to finish the game quickly. You can see that. And I'm a bit worried about this triple T125s. Are they diverting their attention onto Edgar GQ? Edgar GQ needs to be passive though. Aqua needs to work the Frostfire in supporting the Edgar GQ. But Serenity might get pincered here. They're not doing much. And their Focus Fire can come across as a little bit questionable here. Aqua with better Focus Fire, this can be terrible news for Serenity right now. But they're looking for no party without me on the reactive armor. Probably not the best tank to go for, but they have killed off no party without me with Spitfires in the mouse, very healthy. They might want to help Artis instead. People gel, good shot into unit for Josh. Hit points are still with now with Aqua now. General needs to be killed off as soon as possible. He's now trapped onto this podium, and he's now killed. I think it was Spitfires who trapped him onto that podium. That was really good stuff from Serenity. The hit points are still neck and neck. Still anyone's game at the moment. Edgar GQ is hurting that side himself. Third ace and that's a mouse, just very bullish. Serenity might have no choice but to focus the mouse. And Serenity are left really with no choice but to focus any tank they are seeing right now. And that could be a really good news for Aqua right now. People Dave was looking for F and Josh, but People Dave was now down to a two-shot potentially. Platinum's on an ammo rack. That's really bad news here. But it's 5 Edgar now dead. This is still really close, in fact. People Devil now killed by F and Josh. All eyes on F and Josh right now. Spitfire's very healthy mouse there. It's really close. Hit points are still neck and neck, but it's 4 versus 3. Platinum and People Dog are pretty much out of the fight. They are both one-shots. But I mean, People Dog now dead. Platinum is going to be out soon. But also F Josh and Unit with Josh, so Oof with Josh, one of these are also one-shots. So F Josh and that T22 needs to play this one really cleverly. Platinum puts a good shell, but I think they're both going for different targets at the same time. But with Platinum looking for a third ace, we've also Spitfires looking for third ace at the moment. It's a crack shot onto third ace, not the shot he wants to go for. After Josh just loading another shell. Good shell from Platinum onto third ace. The Spitfires need to get that shell in, but he couldn't. He's killed by third ace in the end. Platinum the last man standing, meaning it's 4-2 for Aqua. Really big, huge commiserations to Serenity. They've tried really hard, but it is not their game in the end. With Serenity 5 tanks doing more than 2k and Aqua 4 tanks doing more than 3k. What a close game it was. Serenity tried their absolute best, but they're a little bit confused at the start on whether to go for the CO-75s. You can't blame them for that. They don't have a lot of information to work with to begin with. They've tried their best. Let's put it this way, and both teams just make good respawns. Aqua doing good stuff down the middle, Serenity trying their best with the T125s. Maybe they should have focused no part without me because he's dropped the reactive armor, but you would never know. And now we are going to be seeing 4-2 for Serenity, 4-2 for Aqua. And do we not have a tiebreaker tonight? I have no idea, but raid forward. It's good. So VE1L 4, really huge congratulations to VE1L. And CARNA Vordo against VPS. So what's going on with VPS in this game? No idea. HSOP apparently still playing against Rackham. Apparently it's gone into tiebreaker now with DIN0S losing to raid 04. Oh, we have to wait and see. This game is streamed by Rolling Swarm. And so far, you're seeing right here, that could be a very important game for Rackham. If they win against HSOP, they still have a chance in securing the top 8. But to VE1L, definitely that win tonight, top 8 is in their hands. And there are 3 clans finishing with 4 points tonight. Raid 5 points. They're just dominating this tournament so far. They're the only team now, the only clan with only single digits in single digits in terms of the number of losses. So really good job to Raid. And AQVA 4 points alongside SNTY and CARNA. Not sure if AQVA has played against CARNA as well, which I think they have. Yep, AQVA lost to CARNA, but they've won against SNTY, so it's 1-1. SNTY lost against SNTY and CARNA. Have they played with one another? I think so. SNTY won 4-2 against CARNA, so yeah, it's 1-1-1. So that goes to the number of wins and then number of losses, and that means AQVA in the second place, SNTY second, third, and CARNA fourth. BPS, have they played against DIN0S though? Nope, so we can't use that tiebreaker, so that means we look at the number of wins. DIN0S with 50 wins will put them in the 6th place, with 6th place. BPS 18 wins in the 5th place. VE1L 12 wins in the 7th place. I think the top 4 is quite expected right now, and tomorrow is actually the D-Day. Anything can still happen. The top 4 is still anyone's games, pretty much. APA, their chances are slipping away, but BPS, DIN0S, and VE1L, they still have a chance. HSOP, they also have a chance as well. We're just waiting for HSOP versus Rackham. Rackham 4-2 against HSOP. Oh my goodness me, that's surely over for HSOP right now. I'm not sure. Dawn Master is finally back, so that's good. But well, Rackham, well done to you guys. They're now getting 1 point, and otherwise they're still below APA. I think had they played against APA, that could be really important. They haven't played against they have played against APA, and they lost to APA. Actually, they lost to APA 2-4, and the last 3 games for them would be against CARNA, and then AQVA, and then VE1L. And APA, for them, their games will be against DIN0S, Raid, and SNTY. Both of these teams have difficult matches, but in terms of the tiebreaker rule, APA will be ahead of Rackham if Rackham only won 1 and APA won none. And that would be interesting if Rackham won 2 and APA won 1 more. That could be a totally different story as well. HSOP things pretty much out of the tournament right now, which I am very sorry about, but it is what it is. But I think all eyes will be on the top 4 right now. Will either BPS, DIN0S, and VE1L leapfrog either one of the top 4 teams there? It all depends on tomorrow. But Raid, I can show you the games for tomorrow. It's actually. Okay, let me get the graphic for you. Just wait a second. Hello, Blue. How are you doing? Okay, so tomorrow it's like the D-Day, actually. Here we go. So we'll take a look at this one. Let's take a look at the top 4 teams. Okay, the top 4 teams are, I mean, these are the matches for tomorrow. Raid have games against HSOP and AQVA and finally CARNA. And I think they have 2 games they should be winning. They should be able to win. CARNA is going to be a game that's going to be difficult, but when you can win 2 games and when you are having 5 points on the leaderboard, losing to CARNA won't be a problem at all. In fact, if Raid is able to win 2 games on the run, then they are surely they have secured a spot in the top 4 anyhow. So that a loss against CARNA isn't really that much a big deal. But we're gonna now look at AQVA, Serenity, and CARNA. AQVA, they will be against BPS, they will be up against Reckham, and also against HSOP. And AQVA also has a relatively easy run of games, BPS being the most difficult out of the 3. And this one will be very important, obviously, and that I think all eyes will be on whether BPS is able to surprise AQVA. But the performance tonight, it's really promising. Could win against Serenity, so BPS need to work really hard in order to win against AQVA. But you're also seeing Serenity will be up against VE1L, DIN0S, and also AQVA. In my opinion, they have the easiest run of games, so losing 1 or 2 of them might not be a good idea, especially against DIN0S, where they're also looking for a top 4 finish. And don't forget, DIN0S won against CARNA 4-1. They can absolutely replicate that result onto Serenity if Serenity are not taking this seriously. And finally, with CARNA against Reckham, HSOP, and finally Raid, I think they also have a relatively easy run of games, but against Reckham and HSOP are 2 must-win games, and Raid would be a very hard one. And if they cannot win against Raid, and if BPS are able to win some of the games on the go, which I think BPS versus DIN0S would be like a decider, but and if they won against AQVA, that would be really, really nice. But CARNA lost 2 games already there. Or Serenity, that will be nice, and I think maybe Serenity, in my opinion, has the harder, has the most difficult run of games. I think I'm doing good tonight as well, apart from some blips going on at the start. But with the BPS, it's not going to be easy for BPS. For DIN0S, it's even harder. They are up against Serenity and finally BPS. This is going to be the game that we are all looking forward to, and Serenity as well. And finally, VE1L, isn't it? Or is it AQVA? VE1L with 3 points as well. VE1L up against Serenity, BPS, and also Reckham. They also have a really difficult run. So the fixtures are in favor of actually AQVA Serenity and CARNA, not quite so for BPS, DIN0S and VE1L. And tomorrow is going to be the conclusion of the group stage. As for Redcom, they're up against Redcom. They have the full games, and so does APA. APA, they're up against the clients above them, and so does Redcom. So Redcom, both at Redcom and APA, don't have easy stuff ahead, the easy games ahead of them. And Redcom winning against VE1L could be the important one. I think there are loads of games that you want to take notice of, but and we potentially we'll see Wintermine North playing twice, and this is the map that is getting trained a lot, I suppose, after the games tonight. So tomorrow is going to be the D-Day, and we hope to see you all at that time. And thank you all for watching, and hopefully enjoy my stream as in the end. And I hope you all have a good evening, and tomorrow we will know what's going to happen. Bye for now.